So, what's up guys? Good morning to everyone, especially to my partner.
And good afternoon, guys. I am Cherry May Ramirez, and we are back for another business-related video.
So, it's a great day. I hope everyone is safe.
Yes, please stay safe, everybody, and don't forget to pray always to God. Further ado, let's get started on our discussion.
So, what is the Big Mac Index? Big Mac Index is published by the economists as an informal way of measuring the purchasing power parity or the PPP between two currencies and provides a test of the extent to which market exchange rate result in goods costing the same in the different countries.
So, a Big Mac Index was created to measure disparities in consumer purchasing power between nations. So, it works, for example, the average price of the Big Mac Index in the US and the same price at the Israel. So, an advantage of Big Mac is the index has a good track record of predicting the direction of currency, which can be used as measure of inter-country wage differences.
Purchasing power parity is a popular metric used by macroeconomic analysts that compares different countries' currencies through a basket of goods approach. It allows of economists to compare economic productivity and standards of living between countries.
So let us now differentiate overvalued from undervalued. So, when it is believed a depreciation of the currency is needed to balance a trade, then it is overvalued. An overvalued exchange rate implies that a country's currency is too high for the state of the economy. It means that the country's exports will be relatively expensive and the imports are cheaper. It also tends to depress domestic demand and encourage spending on imports. While undervalued is when it is believed an appreciation of the currency is needed to balance a trade. So if the currency of any country is undervalued, the imports would get cheaper and the exports would get costlier and would ultimately discourage the exporters.
So let's have an example. So the two country I choose is the US with their currency is dollar and Israel with the currency of shekels. So the Big Mac in local price or the price of the Big Mac in US is $5.71 while in Israel is 4.95. So we will not get the actual dollar exchange of US and their implied PPP of the dollar of the US because the US is the given country. So we're focusing on the Israel. So the actual dollar exchange rate of Israel is 3.44. The question, how to get the implied PPP of US dollar of Israel? It is simple. To get implied PPP of US dollar, just divide the column 1 which is 4.95 in the table by the US Big Mac price which is 5.71. So here, 4.95 divided by 5.71. 4.95 divided by 5.71 is equal to 0.86. So the 0.86 we will post in here in the implied PPP of US dollar. So we will post the 0.86 in here, the implied PPP of US dollar. So the formula of getting the overvaluation percent of Israel is this. Under or overvaluation is equal to the third column minus to the second column divided by the second column times 100. So 0.86 minus 3.44 divided by 3.44 times 100 is equal to negative 75. So, what is that negative 75 means? According to the Big Mac Index, that this moment is that the shekels is 75% undervalued against the US dollar. So, negative 75 is undervalued against the US dollar.